morning, you guys. Is anyone here with me on this fine Saturday morning for our glutes? Let's go over really quickly, you guys. A squat hits your whole lower body. You can change focus to hit more glute and hamstring by elevating your toes and really changing the focus to a big stretch under tension here and forward to hit more back. And you could, to hit quads, which we're not doing today, you would go heels elevated, okay? And that would hit more quad. Slight difference. If there's issues with knees, hips, ankles, mobility, I would suggest you just go with a regular squat and use your brain to like focus in and feel. All right, before we start getting really fine-tuned, get the basics down, right? Stay safe, know your own body. Everybody has different lengths of the levers, so sometimes people with longer femurs are gonna go over. You really have to adjust and learn the basics so that you can figure out what your body dimensions dictate, okay? So with all that said, I'm gonna do my first set with no weight, and I'm just gonna keep the focus in the rear end. And this will be a stretch, mobility, warm up, okay? And then my next 3 sets will be the work. That's how I'm gonna choose to do it. And again, as always, you're going to choose to do the work targeted to how you feel today, all right? We have 4 sets, you might do 3. We have 15 sumos and 20 pulses. You might do 10 and 15. You could change the scheme. Just see how you're feeling today, okay? So that said, sumo is a little wider. It's not like plie, all right, a little wider. Core engaged, always. And sumo, toes pointed out slightly. Again, now, make sure, sometimes when I do sumos, it just affects this one joint and I have to be aware, right? So let's go ahead, meaning no weight for 15 reps. Now, I can pretty much feel how everything's working and feeling. I'm focusing in on pulling a lot of the movement and the pressure into my heels, all right? I'm just feeling what a flat foot would feel like, would be a little forward, heels would be back, all right? So now that I have my brain engaged into the movement, I might add weight, I might cry, I might walk it off. Good. So we're going to do hip thrusts, so you might need a bench to put your feet up on, and then we're going to do some reverse deficits, so slightly higher bench or a step for our last round. 3 straightforward movements, supersets, and then we're out of here. All right, so again, you choose how you want to handle this workout. Sumo, squat. My body's only coming forward enough to counterbalance my butt going up back, okay? So pay attention. If you're really leaning forward, there might be a mobility, flexibility issue in your hamstrings, and that's when you need to show up for Sunday stretch, all right? Whoops, I'm gonna go for 5 more. Set number 2, 20 pulses or whatever you feel. And 20. It's about 30 seconds, and you may not be able to handle that much. The back really tightens up, okay, to keep your torso upright. So there's a contraction there. If it's too much, you're going to get a knot. So come out of it, stretch, and come back into it. Do another set with me and then maybe rest. Or do the 2 more sets if you're feeling good. Fair enough? Whew. Yeah. I say to myself before I get here, you know how great you're going to feel when you get started. It's like, just get started. You're going to feel great. And it's happening. The magic. This could be 15 reps, this could be 12 reps, this could be 10 reps. And here comes my pulses. Controlled. Ooh. Yeah. Somewhere in there, your brain has to leave your body, and you just gotta let your body do the work. Ignore the discomfort. Sometimes I can get into right into the glute and feel the squeeze and focus on that, and not so much like, oh, how many I got to go. Oh, 3 sets, beautiful. Hip thrust and pulse. So we're gonna be on the floor for the next one, and we're gonna stay on the floor. Yeah, my back's gonna be to you, but you'll get the idea. You'll be down working too. Last set. It might be 10 reps and 15 or 12 pulse. Okay, we can do this, guys. 20 pulse, we can do it. And 1. Alrighty. Alrighty. Hip thrust. Ooh, tingles. You're going to decide if you want the band on. I've not been using the band for my hip thrusts lately. It divides my focus by keeping that out and trying to hit the contraction peak. So that's my choice. You could put a band on, keep it in external rotation, and isometrically contract here as you lift and lower. Or you can do without a weight across your hips. So same rep scheme, 15 up, down, 20 pulse. That might be getting harder and harder because we just pre-exhausted these muscles, right? Okay, I'm going down and I'm going to face that way, so I'll twist around and say hi. See that you're all breathing, okay? This could, oh, actually I wasn't. I was gonna do it this way. Yeah, this was for my reverse step-ups. So, a little higher bench would give you a little greater range of motion, all right? A staircase step or on the floor would be just fine too, okay? The key is you're here, you're doing it, you're engaging those glute muscles. All right, here we go. And lift and lower for 15. And 15, here comes our pulse. And there's 15 for me. I don't think I'm going to get the 20 out. I was really starting to shake and lose it. Hamstrings really started taking over. If you notice that, if you can't get a complete squeeze in your glutes and your hams are feeling really challenged, the focus has changed. So take it to a rest, adjust your weight, adjust your rep scheme, and get good reps out, okay? It's not a million reps, it's good reps, it's quality reps. Oh, thank God we're on the floor because we won't fall far. Oh, okay. So I am externally rotating my hips, my heels a bit, so my hips are externally rotated, and again, hitting that glute. You can experiment with your foot placement and see where you feel it most on your cheeks. Alrighty. I'm going to take just a really mini break and then go into my pulses. I'm going to try for 20, might get 15, make them good. Yeah, 15. They're just losing it. That's okay. That's okay. Failure is the name of the game. You do want to get to a point where you're challenged and you can't do another one well. So, when you fail and you can't get those numbers out, you've succeeded. See how that works? Oh. I think a little more recovery time is in order. Yeah. See, hamstrings, when you're talking about glutes, are the Gladys Kravitz. That's the nosy neighbor wants to help out, wants to know what's going on, so they'll jump in. And you really, on a glute day, really want to try and keep the focus in here. I'm finding in this first set of 10, at 10 is when I can really start feeling my hamstrings jump in. But then I just change my focus into my glutes and try and squeeze out those extra few, right? No harm done either way. 15 full, 15 to 20 pulse. Oh yeah, really starting to lose it at 12 now. And everyone's tempo is different. If I'm going quicker than you, it's not a big deal. You want to hit the contraction each rep, each pulse. So that might take a little more transmission of the message, right? After you get familiar and your brain and your body are working together, you get that contraction quicker, tempo increases. So don't try and make it faster, don't force it. Your brain will make up the difference. It'll send the message will be received. Oh, okay, last set of these, and then one more superset, which is gonna be good. We're gonna be fine. Okay. And 15 to 20, I might get 12 good ones. I don't want to put a cap on it, but we have to be realistic. Beautiful job. Oh, give yourself a clap. I mean, even these 2 sets. Oh, they deserve a handshake, applause. Alrighty, so let's set up for this deficit reverse lunge. I'm going to show it to you both ways. I'd like you to get as long a stride back as possible, and then you might hold on to something. Usually, and I don't have my rack anymore, but I would hold on with 2 and drive it up. Now, it's this side that's squeezing as this side drives, okay? So I'm getting a lot of work on both sides, but for my glute, I want to pay attention here. So we're going to go 15, 15, and then we're going to go for a reverse frog, okay? Fair enough? Yeah. Heart rates are going to be up. I just wanted to mention that. This is lots of big muscles working, so you count this as cardio, all right? So here we go. I think I'm going to stay this way. Unfortunately, oh no, I was just going to move it forward. That's what I was going to do. Okay, and that way I can face you. There. Excuse me. This is going to go forward too. Pardon me. I'm just a little discombobulated. The house is empty and all I have is my gym equipment. So, solid footing, right? Flat foot, all the way back, power up. Yeah, I gotta go the other way, sorry. Here we go. Back, 1. 15 is a lot of work, a lot of cardio. But it's all downhill from here, right? Okay. Oh, 15 is a real lot. Especially considering what we did prior. Good job. Lots of big, complex, multi-joint resistance training is cardio, and it's muscle conditioning. Reverse frog. Says 15, go to your max. Okay, I started getting a cramp in one leg. That's a sure sign you should stop. Your body whispers and you don't listen. You think, oh, I'm just being a wimp. So you keep going, and then it starts knocking a little harder. And you say, okay, something's going on here. Then it gives you some kind of a cramp, and that's pretty much the biggest warning you're going to get before there's a problem. So heed those warnings. 12 and 12 is going to be hard. You go max again, max to 12. So you might get 8, you might get 10. You're shooting for 12, but you want them to be fairly decent, okay? Here we go. And 12. Yeah, when your body starts flopping, compensating, trying to get it done, the focus has come out of your body, or the muscle that you're intending to work. It's a sign. And 12. Okay. Oh. This one is going to be far wobblier than Wednesdays. Wednesday's leg day. Okay, reverse. 12 or max in good form. Reverse, frog hyper. A little prayer, never hurt anyone. Oh, okay, we got 2 more sets. These are gonna feel, even though it's only 10 and 8, still gonna feel like a million. But that was good, quick, like I said, devastating. All right, this is where I need someone to say, go, go, all right? We're on 10s. And 10. Good stuff. Okay. 10 and 10. Nine and 10. One pathetic one. One pathetic one. Got this, you guys. Okay. All right. One more set. Just when you think you couldn't, you don't have to. If that's it for you, that's it. Get a great breakfast. Go for a little walk. If you don't think you can do it, go back to it and just go through the movements without actually trying to push too hard. Just train your brain to go that one step beyond fatigue, but without any fear of harming yourself, okay? And finally, if you're pretty sure you're feeling good and it's just fatigue, go at it as best you can. This is where champions are made. I'm not feeling like a champion. Here we go. 8. What's 8? 1. Okay, take her home. I'm coming straight over here to fall down. 8 reverse hikers. It's the combat roll. Roll over, sit and breathe, pat yourself on the back. You know, when I wrote that, something about being short and devastating or short and lethal, I thought I was being dramatic. I wasn't. I was not being dramatic. I'm going to sign off as soon as I can stand up. All right, you guys, have a great Saturday. Again, I'm trying to point out places where you might feel a flexibility issue would affect your training, only to illustrate the importance of the stretch. If you can't come on Sundays, if that's absolutely your time to not do anything else but relax, I get it. But try and get it in sometime during the week, okay? Watch this. Watch this. One foot in front of the other. See you later, you guys. Have an excellent Saturday.